Preseason game 1 in the books. In the books. It was a lot to take from this game. There was so much good things that happened, and there was some bad things as well. So stick around and find out hottest reaction to preseason game 1.
The funniest is the
Now tuned in, you are now tuned in.
He's the funniest in the world.
To the hottest podcast with your host, Big Holla.
What up, y'all? We back. And just in case y'all forgot, this is who I am. This is right here. This is what I do. This is the Diamond Crew. But I want to give a shout out to my G's and my OGs. But you already know what to do. But if you're new to the channel and you like content like this, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to like. I need you to comment. I need you to subscribe. I need you to hit that notification bell so you always up to date. You don't want to miss this. Look, man, I'm so excited to actually have Eagle football and see my boys back on the field. You know, it was so many good things. But first of all, I want to talk about Jalen Carter. Look, man, Jalen Carter on his first play in the game put pressure on Josh Johnson and almost got the sack. I'm talking about real close. Dragged him down. It was a great move to free him up to get around the guard, but he armbarred him, got around him, almost got the sack, pulled him down. Josh Johnson had to throw the ball out of bounds. Those are the type of things that we are ready to see. We knew that Jalen Carter had it in him. We knew that. I told y'all before. I've been telling y'all that Jalen Carter is going to be so good when it comes to putting pressure on these quarterbacks. I already know it. Nolan Smith also was a guy putting pressure on the quarterback. His first preseason game, his first bit of action, Nolan Smith was already putting y'all on notice. He was putting pressure on the quarterback. He did like a little duck move, got around the tackle, almost made a sack. You know, those are the type of plays that that we thought we was going to see from Nolan Smith. And guess what? That's what we're seeing. We know what we have. These guys, these Philly dogs are coming in ASAP and making great plays already. DeAndre Swift, man. DeAndre Swift put my dude ankles in a blender and pressed the blend button. Just knees buckled. Put him in the dirt. Put him directly in the dirt. And then after that, he ran up and almost ran somebody over. That's the type of player that we have in DeAndre Swift. I told y'all, man. I always believed in DeAndre Swift. But that's all we needed to see, man. He put out what we needed to see, one play, get back on the sideline, because you're already the best running back we have. And that's just how to take. That's just how I feel. So great run by him. He definitely put the league on notice. He letting everybody know that he on his job. But let's talk about DeAndre. Let's talk about Penny. Overall, I think Penny looked fairly decent. At times, I think his performance could have been a lot better. But also, he definitely made a few good runs. He definitely had a few good runs. He got stuffed a few times. But all in all, man, the performance that I seen out of Penny, I'm cool with. I think that he deserves a roster spot from what I've seen so far. There's still a lot more football to be played. But at the same time, Penny looked fairly decent. I'm not going to say he was perfect, but he looked fairly decent. So as we move on, Marcus Mariota, he looked fairly decent, a little bit below average in my opinion. I think he did show some bright spots. He had a couple good runs down the field, but we need you to be slinging that ball as well. Paul, I need you to have that thing on a rope. So some of the passes that he made, they were a bit high. They were a little bit off target. He did make some plays. The connection that he had with Ward was crazy. That was a great connection. They just was eating it up. Pause. They was getting after it. So I can tell that him and Ward already have a connection. And Ward is a really good receiver. He definitely did a lot of things for us. Do I think he's gonna make this roster? I don't know, man. Maybe he could be a fifth. Maybe he could be a fifth. But maybe a preseason guy. I don't know. I don't see him making this team. But I mean, I don't know yet. He definitely looked good, though. I'm not gonna sit here and pause. I'm not gonna say that he didn't. But Mariota, he had, I think, 4 pass connections on 2 drives to Ward. It was just like, it was bananas, dude. It was bananas. So they definitely look good together. A few things that need to be cleaned up, in my opinion, was the pre-snap penalties. I think I seen like 2 pre-snap penalties that caused drive kills. That's what we need. We don't need that. Excuse me. Those are the type of things that lose games for football teams. Just not having the right communication, pre-snap penalties cannot happen. But, this is preseason. These are the type of things you want to see, so you get them cleaned up. This is the time where we clean those things up. As we move through, I want to talk about Ian Book. Ian Book sucks. We're gonna call a spade with that. Ian Book is trash. I would not mind cutting him and giving him the scissors. I've seen enough. Linebackers. I think I'm pretty sure Cunningham, and I seen Miles Jack in the game. I feel like the starting linebackers, we didn't get to see Nakobe Dean. Let's start right there. We didn't get to see Nakobe Dean, which was a buzzkill, because I really wanted to see what we had in Nakobe Dean. I think that he should have been out there. He should have been playing, showcasing us his skill set and preparing for the season. But they had a different mindset that they wanted to see. They wanted to keep him out. I thought that he was healthy enough to play, but when it comes down to it, he did not play. So what we seen from the linebackers, the early linebackers, the starting linebackers, I feel like they did okay, but I still feel like that's an area of interest that we need to definitely continue to look into. I just didn't see a lot of tackling. I seen a lot of mistackling. Justin Hill was gashing us throughout the game and putting the Ravens in position to score just by his runs alone. So I definitely think this linebacking core needs to probably work on tackling. There was a lot of missed tackles. So that's a hot to take. That's my review. That's my personal opinion. It may be 1,000 other opinions out there in the world, but I definitely feel like this linebacking core needs to figure out how to tackle, how to wrap better. You need to definitely get your pursuit in order. It's important that your pursuit is in order, and it's also important that when you engage in a tackle that you're wrapping and driving. I mean, that's just the basics. We should all know that. Khalid Ringo. Let's talk about my dog, Khalid Ringo. There was some ups and some downs for Khalid Ringo. Khalid Ringo got done in by Duvernay, but I mean, like I said, Duvernay is a really good receiver in this league, so I'm not going to sit here and say that wasn't an issue. But I mean, it was an issue, but that's definitely Devin Duvernay. He's a beast. It was a great pass. It was a back shoulder pass right into the end zone, and I feel like Khalid Ringo got caught standing up. He was out of position, but it was just a great pass and a great catch. But later on in the game, Khalid Ringo definitely showed some great pursuit, and he definitely had a PBU that was definitely showed us that he's athletic and he still can ball. And that PBU, I think, was a drive kill for the other team. So that definitely was major. That was one of those things that we need to see, coming into this game, especially after you got done up by Devin Duvernay. Tanner McKee. Tanner McKee got a cannon on him. Like, this is the first time I seen Tanner McKee. It's probably everybody's first time seeing him live at the professional level. And I'm talking about his throwing motion is kind of weird, but I'm talking about he was slinging it all over the field. And shout out to the coaches and shout out to Brian for giving him the opportunity to throw the football inside of the first preseason game. That was amazing. But I definitely like what I seen out of McKee. He's more of a pocket passer. He's more of a guy who you can look forward to if Jalen was to get hurt. Because I think, in my opinion, Tanner McKee is a better thrower than Marcus Mariota. That's just my opinion. Mariota had a lot of balls that was underthrown, overthrown, and Tanner McKee, it seemed like all his passes were on most of them, majority of them, about 95% of them were on point. And I'm talking about back shoulder passes, like bombs, lasers across the field. I really like what I see out of Tanner McKee. That's going to definitely be great. It's going to be a great up-and-coming quarterback for us. So shout out to Howie Roseman on that pick, because that was good. Trey Sermons. Trey Sermons had the first touchdown after a great drive by Tanner McKee. Trey Sermons is ready, man. Trey Sermons is ready to get on somebody's roster, even if it's not the Philadelphia Eagles roster, the final 53. But Trey Sermons looked good. He had a few, I think, kick returns that really, it was okay. It wasn't too bad, but the thing is, at the running back spot, I think that he's a lot more serviceable there. He definitely has great vision. He can definitely move through the defense, move through his holes, and get to the second level of the defense. We can see that, and he's a power back as well. He can definitely drop that shoulder and move the power forward, and that's kind of what happened on that touchdown. Jake Elliott was 2 for 3. Probably could have been the difference between winning and losing if he would have made it. But like I said, this is just preseason. This is the time where you want to see your kicker miss kicks and get him corrected before the season start. Jake Elliott has always been pretty reliable when it comes to making field goals. But at the same time, we definitely would love to see more, or at least a 3 for 3, because I think all of those kicks were they should have been made. But look, that's what I said. It's preseason. Stuff like that is going to happen. So another thing I want to get into, because this was real important, something that really stuck out to my mind, is that the Philadelphia Eagles are getting back to the way we played football last year. The Philadelphia Eagles had over 100 rushing yards total throughout the first half. That's amazing. That just lets me know that we're back. We are a running team. We love to run the football. We love to pass as well, but if the run is working, then the pass has a way better chance of working anyway. So I really like what I've seen from the Philadelphia Eagles on the running side. Over 100 yards in 2 quarters and 1 half is amazing. So definitely shout out to y'all. That's something I want to see. I feel like we're getting off to the right spot. Sean Bradley was carted off the field. I think that's something that we need to definitely look at, and we need to address and figure out what's the deal, how long he's going to be out. Because, when players usually get carted off the field, it's almost 4 to 5, 6 weeks, probably more out, if not the whole season most of the time. So I'm definitely want to keep an up-to-date notice on Sean Bradley, because he is major, especially on the special teams. And we already know how we are as special teams. Last year, that was probably one of the main reasons why we lost in the Super Bowl. So Sean Bradley is he's key to this special teams unit. So we definitely need to stay aggressive there and make sure that if he is a player that won't be coming back due to injury, that we fill his spot. He also is a second string linebacker as well. So we definitely, that's already somewhere where we're weak at, and we still need to figure out our identity at the linebacker spot. But real quick, man, before we jump up out of here, I want to talk about Eli Ricks, man. Eli Ricks definitely outclassed the other team when he got on the field. First of all, he had a pick 6. He had some of the best stats. I want to grab his stats and probably put them on the screen somewhere. He had some of the best stats this week. He had a pick 6 for one. He had a multiple tackles. He was definitely out here doing this thing. Shout out to Eli Ricks, man, the undrafted free agent. He definitely showed us why he went to Alabama, why his buzz was so hyped, why everybody felt like he was so good. He is that good. I think that he's going to be a great cornerback in this league, and we need to do what we got to do to make sure that he stays a Philadelphia Eagle. But that's just my opinion. But if you're still watching this and you still tuned in, I need you to look down there. Come on, look and see that like button. I need you to tap that. I need you to, get on your phone and comment and let me know how you feel about the first preseason game. Let me know your reaction. Let me know if it's something that you want to cover. Make sure y'all subscribe. So every time a video like this drop, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know, y'all be notified so y'all can tap in with Hada, because I ain't going nowhere. But for now, Hada out.